What if you had the choice to never be stuck in traffic again? This scenario might become reality sooner than you think. You won't believe how quickly these flying taxis could reach the mass market. Good day, kings! Today's video is about flying cars, even though we have to admit most of the aircraft in this video don't really resemble cars. Anyway, will there be a near future where you don't order cars but aircraft on Uber? Stick with us to find out about the current state of affairs. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to become an actual king. Trust me, it works. Let's start with a quick definition. What exactly is a flying taxi or personal air vehicle, in short PAV? PAVs are basically just very large drones that can be manned. These vehicles usually have a number of smaller rotors and some of them have wheels and can be used as cars. Though it must be said that most of the early prototypes do not have wheels and can only be used to fly. Considering the high technological effort of combining both possibilities, it totally makes sense that most current market leaders focus on developing aircrafts without wheels. Also, as this new technology is just starting to reach the market, regulated takeoffs and landings on specified platforms will be the norm for quite a while. In comparison to very small light sport aircraft, it is necessary to point out that most flying cars or taxis that are being developed right now are VTOL aircraft, which is short for vertical takeoff and landing. This totally makes sense, since in cities, which is where flying taxis will be used the most, there is not enough space available for one-ways. Now you probably think, wait, helicopters are VTOL aircraft as well, so what's the advantage of these PAVs? Good question. The main problem with helicopters is that they have large rotors that once again cause space issues inside cities. Before takeoff and landing, helicopters need a quite large area around them in order to not cause any damages. Besides, you need a special license for helicopters, while it is not yet sure what license you would need for a flying car. Some are even designed to fly autonomously. Another advantage of flying cars that you would easily forget is that they are much more quiet than helicopters. Just imagine hundreds of helicopters passing by your window at 2 AM. And what do these aircrafts run on? In contrast to helicopters and their classic fuel engines, VTOL aircrafts are mainly designed to be electric. Due to this, the cost of operating and maintaining these electric VTOL aircrafts is estimated to be much lower than for helicopters. Besides safety and regulation concerns, just think about the hell that is the current regulation on autonomous driving. There are also existing issues that have to do with the size of these electric VTOL aircrafts. With some weighing just around 300 kilograms or 660 pounds, these vehicles are very vulnerable to strong winds and rain. Another problem that is yet to be solved is the possibility of hacking the aircraft. Just like with autonomous vehicles on the street, autonomous aircrafts could possibly become a target for hackers. It will definitely be interesting to see how companies will manage these issues in the coming years. So, who are these companies working on the development of electric VTOLs? According to a Morgan Stanley research study, the market for flying cars or electric air taxis is valued at around $1.5 trillion globally by 2040. Similar to the quickly growing electric car company Tesla, the more efficient batteries and advanced manufacturing techniques of the last years are quickly making the trend more profitable. The companies operating in this market are very diverse. There are new startups as well as major brands such as Boeing, Hyundai, Airbus and Toyota. As an example, Toyota invested $394 million into Silicon Valley-based Joby Aviation, which is developing a piloted, all-electric VTOL air taxi which is planned to launch in 2023. The aircraft is designed to fit 4 passengers plus a pilot and can travel more than 150 miles or 240 kilometers on a single charge. Hyundai and Uber announced their aerial ride-sharing partnership this year. Hyundai joins Uber's Elevate initiative, which is planned to launch its first flights in 2023 as well. While Hyundai will produce the air vehicles, Uber will provide the support services, connections to ground transportation and customer interfaces. Regarding newer and smaller startups, there are for example German companies Lilium and Volocopter. Lilium raised approximately $380 million to date and announced their plan to start flying around 2025. Volocopter is even further ahead. Even though they only raised around $120 million so far, they already started flying pre-sales promotional trips in September 2020. Recently, it was even announced that Paris wants to be the first European city to use flying taxis to help unclog its traffic. Paris wants Volocopter to be the partner for this venture. Volocopter's test flights are already planned for June 2021, and Paris expects to have prototypes ready for flights during the Paris Olympics in 2024. Impressive, right? It will probably take a few more years for commercial routes to be available though. Altogether, it seems that electric VTOLs might become an affordable, quiet and eco-friendly way of transportation in the near future, even though some critics argue that air travel will stay a niche for the ultra-rich, similar to today's helicopters. This speculation is backed by the fact that Boeing and Porsche have joined hands to explore vehicles for the premium urban air mobility market. Time will tell whether this futuristic trend will prevail on the mass market. We are hopeful though, since prices for batteries and thus electric vehicles in total are decreasing every year. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to become an actual king. Trust me, it works. Also, what do you think about flying taxis? The thought of these vehicles sounds so futuristic, yet it actually seems as if they are less than 10 years away. Let us know what you think in the comments.